complete shit show. I am Turch, and with me is my co-host, the CEO, and my potential neighbour in the future. It's Kieran. How are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm very good. Now, won't be a potential neighbour if you continue to serve warm beer.
Look, I'm very sorry that the Kilkenny is a little bit warmer than I hoped. I did put it in the coldest part of the fridge.
I know we haven't quite made the beer... we're not out of beer yet. There's no shortage of beer.
No.
Thus, no reason to have warm beer.
There is a shortage of Gentleman Jack in my house because I drank a whole bottle of it on Saturday night.
Woo!
So I had a very, very toasty sort of night. I'm very sorry the beer is warm. I did have to fight some old ladies for this Kilkenny. Mm-hmm. So, at least you know, I've got blood on my hands.
How many did they walk away with? Because probably a lot more than you. I made a joke. I was making fun of you.
Yes.
I was saying you were weak and pathetic. That was the underlying tone.
It's still... I'm still feeling it. I don't know. I'm still reveling in the pain over here. It's because I sneezed and broke my back. Remember that?
I do. And that's when I said you're old.
A lot of good compliments from last episode. Lots of ranty sort of stuff. And a solution to our problem. Did you see that?
I did. We actually got an official complaint.
Well, you did, not me.
No. The podcast. I just deal with the complaints.
When? Since when? Since when?
Since it's my job. I can't find the complaints. Obviously, it's gone.
Well, what was the complaint?
I don't know. I didn't read it.
This is like, when people go, put it in the complaints box. The complaints box is just a shredder.
Yeah, that's
straight into those Shred X boxes.
I think it was from user 56789. Who, if they're not going to put their full name to it, we are not going to deal with them. That is it. But I did you read the complaint? What was the complaint about?
I think that they found the solution.
Right. Okay.
To our it's called the Velcro sheets.
Velcro sheets. That's right.
And they posted this solution or something. Oh no! They posted a solution which was good, but they also said we were calling them metal buttons for the clip-on sort of buttons. Oh
right, yeah. Okay, that's why. No, I did read it, and I was like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" They were actually telling me the correct name.
Yes,
and that's not what I call them.
No.
Right. Okay. There you go. Now I feel a little bit stupid.
Vindicated though.
Educated. I'm a learned man. So there you go. Thank you, user 56781.
I feel like that. I'll get into this now. There's certain kinds of knowledge that men have, and certain kind of knowledge that women have, and I think this is one of those times where a very big difference between the men's knowledge of things and the women's knowledge of things. But have you ever noticed that the women's knowledge of things that you don't know as a man are things that are completely useless?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I don't know them.
That's right. And one of those things, I've got a game for you. So I've been listening to the show called The Dick Show Podcast.
Okay.
And it's probably my favourite podcast of all time apart from ours.
Oh, very good. Good, nice qualifier there.
Thank you.
I was about to fire you. I was about to go, that's it, you're out. Niall, you're in.
Niall, you're in. No, we've got a clip from Niall coming up as well, so we'll have to go for that later on. But nonetheless, and one of the games, and he does these games with women to try and just show how stupid they actually are.
Okay.
And
I think Borat was onto this.
Yeah. But these are
real tests you can give to people. Right.
So I thought I'd run these tests through you.
Oh, shit.
And see if you... Because I feel like guys have knowledge about history and wars and, things like that. Like, they understand that they know more about history, whereas women have no idea about history at all. Mm-hmm. And they have no idea how gravity works either. So, would you like to do the gravity test first, or a history test first?
Let's do gravity.
Okay, I have here with me a picture of a bottle of water. A bottle.
A bottle, right? Okay.
A bottle, and you can sort of see that. So you can sort of see it's a bottle.
Are the answers on the back?
No, that's a different test.
Okay.
There's a bottle there, a stationary bottle. And it's
the
level.
line goes right through.
That's right. It's a level, right?
Yeah.
Now, I need you with a pen.
Oh my god.
To draw the level of where the water would be if you tilted that. Bottle.
There you go.
Kieran, perfect.
Thank you.
I've seen answers to this where the water is running up the side because the water sticks to the bottle.
We're gonna have to take a photo of that.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the podcast.
Look at my beer.
Yeah, I know.
I'm tilting it, right? The level doesn't change.
Now, I'm going to show you some of these answers on the Dick Show forums and stuff like that, where women are drawing it up here. It's like, oh, it moves with the bottle, or it's like a gelatinous liquid, like it sticks, or it's just like, oh, because it's like that sticking to the side because of air pressure.
Oh my god.
So nailed it, perfect. Simple thing, right? Simple thing. This is why we're not flat earthers either. It's just one and the same, right? So from there, we've got another test. And this is one of those things that I've said to a few people. Jess did pretty well at this. Some other girls not very good.
Yeah, but Jess is really in a lane of Seinfeld,
She is.
Yeah,
she is, and that's why she's fine.
Yeah.
In that sense, so you're a smart guy. I think you're gonna get these right. I have a feeling you're gonna. So all you have to do is tell me roughly, I'll give you a couple of years either side.
Right.
Okay. You're a guy.
Yeah.
What years these wars happened?
Okay.
The American Civil War.
No fucking idea. 1700s?
Nah, 1861 to 65. That's fair enough. Not an Australian sort of thing. That's all good. So I've decided some of these, like, they were meant to be the American Revolutionary War as well.
Yeah.
Which is 1776. I know that because of Alex Jones.
Okay.
And other than that, I thought I'd add in some ones that are more European-y, Australian-based.
Okay.
Also, when was the Boer War?
Oh, that was before 1900, I think. I think it was in 1890s, roughly, or it could have been 1989, something around that.
Very close, 1899 to 1902. So
there
we're
we
pretty spot. I'll give it to you. Close enough. Okay, so when did World War I happen?
1930 something to 1940s, I think it was.
World War I?
Yeah.
What year?
Late 1930s into early 1940s.
Okay. So when was World War II?
Late 1940s.
Oh, you are actually a lot worse than this than I thought.
I don't know.
Okay. When was the Korean War?
Before the Vietnam War.
Okay. Give me some years. Give me some dates. Give me something.
1960s.
Okay. And Vietnam.
1970s.
All right. So the Boer War, you got really close.
Yeah.
1899. World War I, you said 1930s.
Yeah.
That was 1914 to 1918.
Oh, right. That's a little bit off.
Because that was like 100 years when we celebrated the Anzacs, remember?
Shows you my war history.
World War II, 1939 to 1945. You were pretty spot on there. The Korean War, I think you said the 60s. It was actually 1950s to 53.
Okay.
And Vietnam War was actually a really long span of time. It was believe it or not, 1955 to 1975 is when they finally left.
Oh, wow.
20 years they were in that place. But they've been in Iraq for that long anyway. So that's the game. So I've copied this straight off the Dick Show. Changed it for Australian audiences. But if you ask...
I'll put it this way. I had a high school teacher who I was actually friends with her son. And she was lovely, but she was also one of those people you never wanted to cross.
Right.
Lovely, but don't cross her. And she goes to me, Kieran, you should really do history. And I said, Jane, we called our teachers by the first name. I said, Jane, if I do history, I'm going to be a very bad student and you're going to have to punish me. And I don't want to ruin our,
This is a really kinky porno that you're writing.
And I was like, I don't want to ruin what we've got.
That's fair enough.
So I didn't do history.
And you didn't bang her. That's what I learned from that story there. But Kieran, I have a rant as well. I have a rant. I don't know if you've heard about this, but this coronavirus. This coronavirus, am I right? How good? The coronavirus.
Yeah.
How funny is this?
Yeah.
Here's a good one for you.
Okay.
Are you building for this?
Yeah.
Look, it's sad times.
Yeah, it is.
Sad times. But you know what's great about the coronavirus? We can have a fun time with it by making fun jokes. Like, we could cure the coronavirus with just a little bit of lime. Isn't that a great joke? A great fucking observation that I haven't heard before? And that's what I'm going to...
I thought that was such a January joke.
I'm going to... So, and that's what I'm gonna rant about right now.
Yeah.
So, terrible coronavirus jokes.
I just want to hear how people waste time at work, how they've transferred those employable skills to the home environment.
Be very interesting. So, what I'm gonna do is, Kieran, I'm gonna describe to you jokes that I've seen on Facebook reposted by many people.
Right.
And you tell me when the joke is funny.
Okay.
So, Kieran, we all know right now, toilet paper around the world.
Yeah.
It's a commodity.
Yeah.
And that, Kieran, picture this. So pretend we're writing a sketch show.
Right.
For television.
Got it. We need more writers in this room, but yeah.
That's right. We're the best two. We're the last two. And we're like, we need you guys to come up with the greatest jokes.
Well, I'd need more warm beer.
We need more warm beer. That's right. And I go, Kieran, don't worry. You sit down. I know you're the CEO. I know you don't like getting bogged down in details with all this sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. I got the joke.
I've never been bogged down in details.
No, not even once. And you go, perfect, Anthony. You tell me this joke. Mm-hmm. And I go, okay, picture this in your mind. Picture this in your mind. Coronavirus is happening all around the world. Mm-hmm. But we cut to a bunch of men. Mm. And we're going to get the racial diversity in there. Mm-hmm. Maybe a woman. Maybe a trans black person that's disabled. With
double points.
Triple points.
Triple points.
Disabled, and has autism too. Why not?
Yeah.
Put it all into one. That way we'd have no more diversity in the show. It's just there. Mm-hmm. Everyone's covered. Tick a box. Mm-hmm. And a legal immigrant. And Muslim. So far the joke's
I feel like this is Scrabble, when you get like the what is it, like the
all the letters, like,
all the letters, and you get like triple points or whatever.
Yeah. But as you can tell, because I'm adding that diversity in there, it's already starting to be funny. The joke's already writing itself. And what's happening is they're all sitting on all these regular guys, and there's one trans black person that's disabled, it's autism, are all playing poker, and instead.
I've seen this.
And instead of gambling and betting with currency, you know how like toilet paper at the moment is almost like it's almost a currency, is almost a denotation of value. Why don't, instead of money, we have people gambling with toilet paper? Now you tell me when the joke. It's funny.
It was funny before you even said it. Now it's not funny.
Now it's not funny. Okay, look, I got another joke. Look, I know, Kieran, you're a busy man.
Yeah.
Instead of coming up with one joke, I came up with a second one.
Okay.
So predict to this. We're in a car, right?
Yeah.
We start off with the car. And it's a point of view angle, right?
Yeah.
The guy driving the car, and then he sees a guy, shady-looking bloke down the road, with his hands in his pockets of his hoodie. Mm-hmm. And this point of view shot rolls up. Mm-hmm. Rolls up to this guy.
Yeah.
And this guy goes, "Hey, mate." And then me in the car goes, "Hey." He goes, "You got the money?" And I go, "Yeah, I do." And
but it's toilet paper.
I pull out the money. And the guy goes, "Yeah, that's it." And hands me a roll of toilet paper and some Kleenex and a bottle of hand sanitizer and goes, "Yeah, man, that's the good shit because it's Dettol." Oh. And I go, "Yeah, thanks, man." He goes, "Same time next week." And I roll away. Now, you tell me when the joke is funny. I'm telling you right now, that's going to get everyone in the place watching the show. I'm sick of these fucking terrible jokes.
This is why you need to move into academia, Church, because the academic community has been thinking about jokes. And in fact, there's a really good Facebook page called Shit Academics Say, and it's hilarious. And rather than...
when do you live stream?
So rather than... Shut up.
See, that was funny!
All right. And so they've said, in the present self-isolation situation, many academics are frustrated, anxious, exhausted, or just bored. In an effort to provide some distraction, please type and reply the best academic joke you know.
Okay.
So we're moved away from coronavirus.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So here's a few of them.
Okay.
A pessimist, an optimist, and an engineer walk into a bar and order a glass, and the glass is being poured halfway.
Yeah.
So the pessimists say the glass is half empty. The optimist says the glass is half full, and the engineer says there's too much glass.
Correct.
Funny?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm digging these. These are funnier than all the Corona jokes that I've seen.
Yeah. The dean is hospitalised after a heart attack. As he is lying in his hospital bed reflecting on his near brush with death, an attendant arrives with a lovely bouquet of flowers. The dean asks the attendant to hand him the card and finds that it reads, by vote of 26-3 with 2 abstentions, the faculty wish you a speedy recovery.
Okay, getting a bit worse.
I didn't scan that one.
You didn't scan that one,
I
obviously.
actually found them, but I should have screenshotted
Should
them.
have screenshot.
All right, a new graduate gets a job. The boss asks the graduate to sweep the floor. Insulted, the graduate replies, "You don't understand. I have a college degree." The boss replies, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise. Here, let me show you how."
Yeah, that's graduates for you. That's
Yeah.
graduates for you.
Anyway, so
we have
it's
so
just-
many grads. So many grads I know never worked prior to working full time.
Yeah, right.
And like I used to work at Coles and do all that sort of fun stuff. You know, it's like sweep the floor, gut the fish, all that sort of fun. And people go into work and go, "Oh, can't believe they asked me to like do filing." I'm like, "Well, you're useless. You're worthless to me. You can't even answer the phone." I knew a grad who wouldn't answer phones.
I don't answer phones.
Yeah, but you're at a level where you can afford to not answer phones. When you start off, you need to answer the fucking phone.
That's right. Yes.
I got another rant.
Yeah, go for it.
Another rant.
Because I feel like this rant's going to go into graduates, and I'm going to open up, and you're going to open up, and it's going to be 2 hours later.
That's all right. This is
Then we'll turn into.
I know you don't really check your emails very often, but my inbox at the moment.
That's a funny joke.
Thank you. But my inbox at the moment is filled with these kind of emails. Hi, we're X company. We're very worried about the coronavirus too, but we really would like your support in these troubling times. You know who I got that from?
Who?
Sanchuro the churro place. You know what I don't want Sanchuro the churro place to be doing? 1, emailing me about anything.
Yeah.
2, telling me that they're going to abide by the WHO's and the federal government's advice of being safe. I just assume that you're going to do that. Like, you know, I don't care. Stop. I had one from my bank. I had one from my real estate agent. I had one from, like I said,
No, I got one from my real estate agent as well, but I'm no longer a rental with them. And it was saying, please do not flush tissue paper down the toilet. Nothing about stay safe. Please, and if you do, you're paying the bill.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh.
So I thought that was very good.
You can't live with people, I'll tell you that much.
That's the good people in Ballarat.
Yes.
Church.
Yes.
What was your other rant?
That was it. Just email the coronavirus jokes and people the company's emailing me about the coronavirus to stay safe because we don't get enough advertisements and news. I'm very sorry. A lot of these stories like these are going to be like the dud episodes, I think, of our show.
Yeah, right.
In the future, like unlistenable, because people go, "Remember that coronavirus?" No one cares.
And they'll be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Well, I was actually quite happy because the churches have been shut down. And I have been going on about the churches and how they need to be shut down for years. And finally I have my wish. But they're clever. They're a clever bunch.
They're doing live streams.
Even better. Drive-through confessions.
Forgive me, Father, I have sinned, and I was like 10 nuggets. Is that communion wafers to go? What a weird bottle we've got here.
And a cappuccino.
Yeah. 2 hands on the wheel, please, sir.
Oh.
So back in the day, they used to put the communion wafer on the tongues of people.
Right.
Obviously, they're not doing that now. But some churches still do. But like on a drive-through confessional, like, you know, confession just like you confess your sins and drive away.
Yeah, right.
But if they did do the communion, like they can't touch hands either. So how do they get? It'll have to be like a shooting a deposit, like a drop down like a shoot.
But they should really consult with the drug community because they've got that all sorted.
True.
You know,
you can hide them in the avocados. For all.
Yeah. There's an episode of Breaking Bad where they use the shoot thing.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they could do.
That's good. They could do.
They could.
Every time I think of like the illegal activity and the shoots and stuff, I always think of Homer bowling. The bootleg booze and the bowling balls.
Oh.
And then he gets caught. The best thing is like, all right, but is the coast clear? Yes, okay. And he walks and Marge is right there. And then Marge finds out of it. And then she's like, Homer, that's really clever. Well, it is. Anyway, confessionals.
We should start a drive. Anyway,
a drive-through podcast. How are you doing today? I'm gonna the way how to do a podcast.
Drive-through rants.
Yeah.
Father Scott Homer, pastor.
Oh, you can't write these jokes, people.
Pastor at the St. Edward the Confessor Catholic Church in Bowie holds a drive-through confession for parishioners.
Parishioners?
Yeah, that's it. Who cannot attend church due to COVID-19.
There's a real distinction between people calling it COVID-19 and coronavirus and China virus.
The China virus.
What, was that did you see that footage?
Of Trump.
Yeah.
I've actually been staying away from the media.
Yeah, I've been trying to. I just saw it because it was on Twitter.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, why have you been calling it the China virus? He's like, because it's from China. It came from China. So good. You still call it the Spanish flu, but who cares about the Spaniards, am I right?
Yeah,
Maybe it's a European thing.
I don't know. Stay tuned to the We Only Do One Take podcast because we have a special guest who has pre-recorded something which will be played later on.
I think that would be really good.
In the episode.
I think it would be really good. Well, in the age of coronavirus, let's talk dating.
Okay.
Let's talk dating. Now, I haven't dated in a very long time because I'm engaged.
Yeah.
And,
You could be in an open relationship.
Please.
You could see other people if you both consented.
Please.
I'll let you see other people.
You do podcasts with other people? Thank you very much.
No, I have to be there. It has to be threesomes.
That's not really an open relationship. That's more closed off than ever.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
All I know is that, we're having a three-way on Sunday.
That's true. All I know is, Kieran,
with a special
is that
guest.
what sometimes that I think it must be hard being a guy dating at the moment, right? Because you need to know all these extra rules that I didn't need to know back in the day.
What are the extra rules?
Well, I've pulled up this article here of the Feminist Guide to Non-Racist Flirting with Women of Color. And I would thought we'd just go through some of
Say that again!
The Feminist Guide to Non-Racist Flirting with Women of Color. Oh my god. And I thought we'd go through it. And I would say, like, Jess is white as the driven snow. Maybe your next encounter with a lady might be a woman of color.
It might be.
Whether that's, brown or black or white or even yellow
or blue.
You wouldn't
or red or green.
I don't care. I don't know what you're into.
I'm just saying colours now.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Is that all the colours from the colours around that you know?
Gold.
Nonetheless,
silver.
So let me just read this out, and we'll just go through these point by point.
Okay.
This is very long, but we'll go through the main points anyway. So I've got some important info for you if you're a white guy who dates women. Most cool. So this is especially for you.
Why shouldn't this just be for guys who date women? Why does it have to be just for... Anyway.
Nonetheless. Especially if you're into what I think is one of the most exciting stages of dating. The moment right before you met someone new, and there's all kind of possibilities for connecting, getting butterflies, having fun. Okay, maybe exciting isn't the word you'd use for this stage, but since you haven't found someone yet, there's also a chance of rejection, incompatibility, and heartbreak. La 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 la. Now she just goes,
who is the author? I want them on the show.
You want them on the show?
Yeah.
What's her name? Maisha Z. Johnson. So anyway, so she goes through a bunch of stuff. She goes, what's the first rule of if you're a white guy dating a woman of color.
Mm-hmm.
Rule number 1: don't focus only on her race.
Okay. All right.
That's a fair rule. So far, so good. Fetishizing, that statement's good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would hate for someone just to go, "Hey, you're Italian. I'm only going to talk about Italy."
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
you're like, and I'm from Southern Italy. Stop talking about Northern
Italy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but in the same sense, if someone goes, "I have an Italian fetish," which no one does.
Didn't even know that existed.
Neither did I. Made it up.
Did I tell you about the time I spoke to someone about hay for 20 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. We don't want to. Don't want to start.
That's what I was thinking. That's like the Australian fetish, you know?
Is it hay?
Yeah, probably.
Well, I could roll around it at least.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this lady, Johnson over here, says fetishizing, exotifying, dehumanizing. These are all common problems for women of color. The problem isn't that our race is acknowledged. It's like we treated that our race is all we have to offer. I'm proud to be black, so if your opening line includes something like African Queen, or I want you to be my first black girl, you might think it's a compliment. But it actually feels pretty gross to know that you're approaching me only because of my race. It feels like you're not actually seeing me as a human being.
Or the guy's an idiot and doesn't know how to open up.
Yeah,
Like,
which
open
is
the
like,
first
remember that
line.
first paragraph I read where rejection is part of the
Yeah.
name? You know what? I would assume some people really like that. They go, ooh, he thinks I'm beautiful and notices my skin color. Perfect. You know? I don't understand how like people can go, I won't date a certain kind of person if they're fetishizing me. Because you would think that would be the best person to date because they're never going to find you unattractive.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you meet someone and she has or he or she has you really like them, all good, and then they go, I got a foot fetish. You're like, oh well, I could probably get into that. I think guys are very accommodating to women's needs when it comes to that sort of stuff. You know, if you found a really good, nice chick, you're dating her for like a week, 2 weeks, 3 months, let's say, and then she pulls out like, I'm really into acting like a horse while having sex. You'd be like, I'd probably deal with that.
Yeah, we can do it.
Whereas I think
we can get you dressed up.
A guy's literally just going, I really like the fact that you're black.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to date you.
It's almost like, Church, I really like your beard.
Yeah. Oh, well, stop fetishizing me. Okay, so number 2. But don't act like you don't see her race.
You can't win.
You can't win. So, now, before you go avoiding any mention of her race, let me clarify. Focusing only on a woman's colors, race is a problem. But it's okay to acknowledge that you're in fact aware that she is a person of color. In fact, it's a hell of a lot better than saying things like, I don't see color, which might feel confusing. If you see an Asian woman, you want to avoid othering her. Is telling her, I don't see you as Asian, is going to send the right message. Probably not. Think of it this way. The basis of othering people is the underlying message that they're not normal. Now, the whole point of that saying, I don't see color, is saying that you could have been African American, whiter than snow, or Asian, and I still would have liked you as a person. Which I would think is a compliment.
Yeah? I don't get this article. I don't.
But they're saying here that if you go, I don't see you as Asian, or don't see you as a race, that's a negative thing. This seems very confusing to me as a person who just goes, hey, that's a cool guy. Oh, well, you didn't say that he's like, an Indian man or a Mexican man. No, he's just a man. It's just a guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you would deal with this, but this seems very foreign to me.
I'm not dating her because there's too many rules.
So another rule:
Yeah.
don't assume she's interested in talking to you.
So
Isn't that just a general rule of like I'm not interested in talking to everybody. This podcast is a struggle.
hey, this. Whoa, back up. This podcast is not a struggle.
That's true.
I try to talk about things, and you keep us on the plan.
That's very true.
We have a format. I try and push the boundaries.
But in this sense, excuse me, I put in the pedophile podcast, and that was pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, that was. And
I tried to listen to another episode of that today.
Yeah.
To bring into, and I actually listened to 2 episodes.
Oh, I can't.
It's amazing
because I'm a pretty laid back, easygoing guy, and I listened to that driving. And I just fucking...
It was harsh.
I was like, you know what?
The audio levels are all over the place. It was really frustrating. I listened to an episode that were complaining because the UN is like changing what the definition of pedophilic or child pornography is online. Because people can draw like an underage child. Like in anime or whatever. And say, no, it's a 9,000-year-old vampire.
Yeah, right.
But it's a child.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually not pedophilia. And they didn't like that. And I was like, you guys are retarded.
Yeah.
If it looks like, the Supreme Court of America says, like, the definition of porn is, I'll know it when I see it.
Yeah.
I think it's the same for pedophilic images. Anyway, don't you... And she's got one more rule.
Okay.
One more rule here. Don't use the same lines as everybody else.
Right. Does this also apply to your wedding when I do the best man speech?
No, you can be as racist as you want.
No. I meant that, I'm going to get all the jokes from the internet that probably have been said at every other wedding.
Yeah, I don't understand. Let's talk about the fun part. Once you get the chance to talk to an intriguing woman of colour, what do you say to get her attention? Dudes, there are lots of the same lines going around among you, and hardly any of them work. The first thing you have to realise is just how often many women get approached by men with entitlement. And that's anything from irritating to frightening. Then consider that all women of colour, disrespectful interactions can include a dose of racism. I'm not usually attracted to your ethnicity, but I'm so into you. Okay. No one has ever said that. No. A guy's just going to go, you're hot. Want a drink. That's a very simple one. Compliment her shoes. Girls love shoes, guys don't get them. But if you go, hey, nice shoes, they will fucking talk about their shoes all the time. Helping a man out. Ugh.
Good article, good find.
Oh.
Well done.
I'll bring everyday feminism is a treasure trove of garbage.
I am proud of you, Tich.
Thank you very much. Kieran, you got some news for us?
I do.
Oh, wait, do you want to hear a word from our friend?
Save it for the end.
Okay.
Save it for the end.
Oh, we're going to sing a song.
All right, play it now.
All right. So, I got a message from our friend. I'm just going to make sure that the audio is working here. Let's just double check. But I got a message from our friend saying, hey, you need to play this clip at the end of the show. And I said, sure. Or at the show. We're good. Looking pretty good. So, I got this message, and I said, sure, I will play this clip. So it's a minute and 5 seconds. I was told, play it on the podcast, don't open it beforehand. I haven't.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hi all, this is Niall, frequent guest of the We Only Do One Take podcast.
And Kieran's here too.
Yeah, Kieran's here as well. I was recently invited to come join a new episode of the podcast. It's dire times now. I had to decline, not because I dislike any of them, but for another simpler reason: racism. So we all know what's happening around the world with coronavirus. It's pretty heavy stuff, and unfortunately, Turch has the burden of being Italian. We both know how that ends up. So I'm sorry, Turch, because your homeland let you down and you carry their blood, and I don't want to get infected. I'm going to have to decline that invitation. That's wait. I mean, Mog's still banned there.
What? So, he was offered to come on the
I
show.
was like, come on the show tonight.
Okay. Let him know if he wants 14 days off work. He should come and visit. That's all I can say about that.
And he's like, I don't want to get infected. Turch is Italian. Look what happened.
That's
So
true.
I was like, that was great. Record it. And then he said it so much better the first time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounded like a hostage situation. Hello,
And-
Turch.
and-
I am here.
and
Hey,
it was-
yeah, I'm here too.
And he was holding his phone about this far away
can tell.
when he was recording. Oh, it was dangerous. All right, being fat is good, except for in this situation.
Wanting to ride a helicopter.
What?
Going skydiving.
Yeah, I guess.
Riding an aeroplane.
Yeah. All right.
Wanting to see your own penis. Wiping your ass. Oh wait, these aren't the answers.
A 450-pound man tries to hide marijuana from police using his stomach fat.
What?
I think that's genius. Central Florida man faces multiple charges after sheriff deputies say he hid cocaine and 23 grams of marijuana under his stomach fat. According to a new release, the deputy stopped a vehicle and noticed that the passenger wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Probably didn't fit him. According to a new release, the deputy stopped...
Good one.
Officials say 42-year-old Christopher Mitchell told the deputy that he's too big to wear a seatbelt. The deputy says he requested a drug-detecting dog because Mitchell and the driver appeared nervous.
And then the dog.
The dog detected the presence of drugs in the vehicle. Hang on a second, you pull someone over, you don't get a fucking dog.
You can in America. It's
Can
very
you?
different, yeah. Well, I don't understand.
Over here, you do a breath test, and then on your merry way.
Yeah.
Mitchell and the driver were arrested. It was not clear whether Mitchell has an attorney.
I can't believe. I think it was the New South Wales police said that. Oh, we're not going to be doing any random breath tests.
Yeah.
During this time, I'm like, why would you tell anybody
Yeah,
that?
why would you announce that? I live in a suburb where I've never seen so many 40-year-old men ride bikes,
Yeah.
which is obviously they've lost their license
Yeah.
due to drinking. And now the Victoria Police are saying we're not doing random breathos. They're going to be out in the car.
Yeah.
They're going to be driving around.
Oh.
I believe they're still, when they pull people over though, they'll still be breathalyzing.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll still be.
But it's not going to be like a bus and all that sort of stuff.
So
Yeah. I was thinking we should do something for the people at home that are working from home.
yeah.
I feel like, there's definitely an ambience in the office.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we should put out some extra tracks when we can. Maybe we'll compile something together.
Oh, I've got it. What we'll do?
Well,
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
We'll do a 6-hour recording, right?
Yeah.
Right. But it would be you and I working from home together. But because when you work, and then all of a sudden there's a bit of office banter.
Yeah.
And so we'll do a bit of
Well,
the.
I was thinking we could do something, and I'm going to call it like office ASMR,
Yeah.
or like accountant ASMR, like the audio sensitive stuff, and it could be stuff like this.
And then
Oh, go home.
Jerry, do you have those reports? All right.
Okay, look, I've been home a very long time, and these jokes are a lot funnier in my head. I'm going to put that there. But you know who is... you know who's not going home? Is Mr. Harvey Weinstein.
No, he.
Because-
Whoa! He is home.
Yes.
He's in his home for the
That's
next
true.
23 years.
Yes.
He's there.
Mm.
He's not leaving home.
No. But he's been put in, I guess, isolation at home because apparently, which is I'm finding very hard to believe.
Another conspiracy theory.
Another conspiracy theory.
Mm.
He has the coronavirus. I mean, look, 2 or 3 weeks ago he was on a walking frame. And then he walked out of court. You got me. Have you seen that meme?
They're either really good lawyers who are like, you know what, how we get him out? We'll get a lawyer affected with the COVID and we'll bring him in.
Yeah.
And then we'll get him affected.
Yeah.
And then he's out.
He's out.
He's got
Or he's just paid for like a kit that doesn't work. Which would be better than he doesn't actually have the virus.
Oh, actually, okay. I could see that. That's better. That's a better idea. But if he does
well, I'm going to infect myself with this thing that may kill me. Or I could buy a fake test.
But if he does have it, he'll be dead soon.
I don't care either way. I would prefer for him to rot in prison for longer.
Yeah, right.
Maybe that's just me.
I don't know. Maybe he'll do it with Jeffrey Epstein.
I was actually expecting it. We should put a death pool on that. We should put a death pool
Yeah.
on Weinstein.
We'll run a book.
On a book?
Within 2 years.
Within 2 years?
Gone.
Oh. From suicide?
Yeah.
Or from coronavirus?
Oh, actually, no. I'm going to rephrase
Other.
that. 6 months coronavirus.
Yep.
Dead. Or if he loses his last appeal within 2 years, dead.
I think if he loses his last appeal, I give him 18 months.
Okay. All right.
And coronavirus, he'll be fine. It's not real. It's no worse than the flu, apparently.
Which we have on good authority from one of our medical friends.
That's right. That's what I keep hearing.
We won't name user
or shame them.
678-125.
No shaming.
I'm sure she'll record a rant and send it in to the We Only Do One Take podcast at gmail.com.
I'm going to have to... Last year, it was your birthday in April last year.
It was, yeah. And people send in recordings.
And recordings. I'm going to have to send some messages around to people to send in some recordings.
There was a really good recording of me on there as well.
Yes. I recorded you myself.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm hoping I get one of those again.
Thank you very much.
Do you have another article, Mr.
I don't at the moment. I'm actually...
Well, that's good, because I do.
Like a very light week, but we've got a song we're going to perform.
Yeah, it's true. Last article. Pizza Hut employee faked robbery to look favourable with corporate.
Amazing.
I know. You want to look good with your boss. Fake a robbery. Unless you get caught.
Just don't do it at a bank, maybe. Maybe that one there. Maybe don't do that.
Don't do it at the bank. An employee allegedly made up a story about a robbery at the store because he wanted to look favourable with corporate. The police say that they responded to a Pizza Hut around 10:30 a.m. Friday after employee Joseph Board called 911 to report that a man who was brandishing a handgun confronted him. Now, he's an idiot because I got fucking video cameras.
Yeah.
Confronted him while demanding cash. He claimed he fought off the suspect, who then left the restaurant empty-handed. Police say they were suspicious of his story, but had to thoroughly investigate it. Police say that the police officer responded to the scene and spent nearly 2 hours searching for the alleged suspect and taking precautionary measures. But police say the surveillance footage showed that no one left through the door. Board claimed the gunman exited. Police say that after questioning Board further, he admitted that he made up the whole thing so he could get a raise.
It's amazing. The things that people do...
I know why he doesn't get a raise.
Yeah.
Because he's working at a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, I can't imagine the I think the rates for pizza would be pretty set in stone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know? Unless you're selling a shit ton of pizza.
Unless you own the pizza store.
Yeah. Yeah. Even then, I don't think it'd be much of a raise, especially in this climate.
That's right. Actually, do you know what does really well in this climate? Fast food, McDonald's,
of course.
Hungry Jack's and all that.
Yeah.
They do. Last recession did really well. Obviously, supermarkets are doing really, really well at the moment. And technology companies.
Of course. Oh, I saw an article.
Yeah.
I was going to try and bring in some stats and do some numbers. I can't be bothered. About how network providers are complaining because people were saying, because everyone's home, everyone's gaming online.
Yeah.
And then this tech nerd did all this research and study and analysis. He goes, no, the two biggest things that's causing the backlog, for the NBN is Netflix and Stan and Disney Plus. Like all the streaming services. It's like I think we talked about this. Like, you know, it's like 1%. Oh no, yeah, 10% of all the internet usage. Or 1% of the you know, it's a majority of the internet usage.
Yeah.
You know, streaming videos. And like 1% of that, like 10% of that is like porno and stuff like that. But streaming services of video is the biggest, you know, broadband bandwidth. You know, gaming is nothing in comparison.
Someone who works for an internet company, an NBN or something, and listening to us talk about this are getting so angry and frustrated. They're going, these fuckwits don't even know what they're talking about.
Oh, we'll wait till the 5G network happens.
One day.
Did you? Oh, speaking of 5G,
yeah,
I should really do more research sometimes. There's a conspiracy out there that the coronavirus only happened in China as soon as 5G was allowed in China. And they're somehow interconnected.
I don't know how that would
I don't know how it... I didn't do enough... I just saw something, I'm like, that is ridiculous.
There's your homework to find out how it's connected.
That is ridiculous.
For the next We Only Do One Take podcast. In sad news, Turch, the gambler has passed away.
The gambler has passed away.
Kenny Rogers has passed away.
The chicken man himself.
The chicken man? Whatever. What's the chicken man? I don't get it. Anyway.
Oh, remember in Seinfeld? Like the chicken shop next door?
No.
Next door to... what's his name? Next to... across the road from Ningo.
Soup Nazi?
No. What's his name? From Kramer. Across the road, he had the chicken shop with all the red come through his window.
Oh, I haven't seen all of Seinfeld.
You're missing out.
I am missing out.
Very sad.
I have no idea what you're talking in a different language right now.
Maybe we should, as bonus episodes, when we finally do get some Patreon stuff, we can watch 3 episodes of, like, that could be we can commentate over episodes of Seinfeld or something. And do 3 at a time.
Yeah. Well, which is very good, because this is actually the time where I meant to bring in that special surprise.
Yes.
I need a few more days.
That's all right.
A few more days.
I think the next episode we've got a special guest on.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I'm going to confirm that.
Okay.
That's got to be insane.
That is. I'm really fucking looking forward to that one. That's going to be great.
Can't wait for that one. But Kenny Rogers, the man, the myth, the legend, did pass away. And we don't really do anything for musicians usually on the show that pass away. Like we did, Chris Cornell passed and all that sort of stuff. And we didn't do anything. But I know that Kieran knows the Gambler.
I do know the Gambler.
And loves the Gambler.
It's a karaoke song that I know.
And it's a karaoke song. And I thought to myself, well, I've got an acoustic guitar. I reckon, just for your listening pleasures, ladies and gentlemen, we butcher our way through.
Make it a real shit
show. Make it a real shit show. And try our best. I've literally just looked at the music now. Pull out the guitar. Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
I think it's got it. I think.
Yeah, we got it.
All right.
Do you want me to start the singing?
Just, I'm terrible at lead-ins. Point at me when I start singing.
On a warm
summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with the gambler, both too tired to sleep. So we took turns staring out the window at the darkness. The boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. He said, if you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You gotta know when to hold 'em When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done.
Okay, change. 1, 2, 3.
Every gambler knows the secret to survival.
Secret to survival.
It's knowing what to throw away, knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a winner, and every hand's a loser. And the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. And when he finished speaking, he turned around the window, crushed out his cigarette, faded off to sleep. And somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even. But in his final words, I found an ace that I could keep. You gotta know when to hold him, know when to fold him, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done,
One more time now.
know when to hold him, know when to fold, him, know when to walk away, know when to run, Count your money. When you're sitting at the table, you'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done. We're going
Very
to send
nice.
that to Karaoke Big E.
Why not? That was terrible. I think it's a short one, this one, but I think we'll wrap it up for the people there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. And for all your wanking needs, make sure you follow us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, and the Facebook. And if you'd like to send us some hate mail, a death threat, or a rant, record it on your phone and email us at weonlydoonetechpodcast@gmail.com. Kieran, thank you so much
My pleasure.
for another exciting episode. And
Kieran, out.
and we will see you next Thursday.
And the studio audience goes wild. Can you play classical glass?
I used to be able to.
Here we go. Do 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 do. Yeah.
And there's... I can't remember it.
That's pretty good for just a spare of the moment.
I can't remember
What's
it.
another song you know?
Oh, I know lots of songs. Would you do me the honor of singing Wonderwall for me?
Wonderwall.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you know the words?
I know some of the words.
What's the song you know?
Don't Stop Me Now.
That's a bit hard to do without a piano.
You're my wonderwall. That one. Church. I know country and western.
Oh, we can do a country song.
Both types. Do 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 do. I don't think we have any listeners now.
No,
They listen.
it's just our.
They listen to the Gambler.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
They're gone.
I can still do another song.
There we can.
Do you know On the Road Again?
the road again. Boom,
There you
boom,
go.
boom, 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 boom. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Boom, 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 boom. That one?
Yeah.
This life is like I'm with my friends. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The love I love is making music with my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never see again. And I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. The best of friends, insisting that the world will keep turning our way. And our way is the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Love, life, I love is making music, my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. We're the best of friends. And I see the world keeps turning our way. And our way is on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road again. And I can't wait to get on the road again. Yeehaw. If you've made it to this far of the podcast, well done.
And we're sorry.
Never.